with Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. We're playing Blitz Du Hurten, our archer, Elven archer, and we are in Candlekeep, just about to talk to Gorion and leave the keep. We've got everything that well, not everything, but I've got a few things that will be useful for other party members when I leave. Used up most of my gold, mostly just buying bows and arrows, and off we go. So let's talk to Gorion and see where this leads.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It's very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. I'm ready to go right now. Off we go. Now, interestingly, in the original, let me wait for this.
That you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jaheira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them.
So previously, this spell that is cast on me now was cast by Gorion, not by that priest. That was in the original version of the game, not the enhanced edition.
Don't worry. Explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
Okay.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I am sorry that you feel that way, old man.
You don't have to do anything, you run away automatically. And he's gone. He's a goner.
Manus potentis par.
Dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Okay, we're not going to wait for that to finish scrolling up.
It's me, Emmeline.
Sorry I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets neither. I saw Gorion and I am so sorry. I kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here. How could you have known? Gorion did not even tell me. I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. Can't remember exactly what it said, but he might still have... It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not going to let you wander around out here all alone. Never let a friend down, no sir. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will. Okay, so if I wanted to I could get rid of her, but I don't, because I do actually want her in my party. She's actually fairly useful. I'm going to take one of those potions and let her keep the other two. There's a wand of missiles here. She can use that for the moment. She's already got a few arrows. I'm going to give her some more just to be sure that she's got plenty for now anyway, and she's going to have this armor because she doesn't have any, and she's a bit fragile with only 8 hit points at this point. That bow I actually didn't really super urgently need, but it does come in handy when I pick up some more people, which I will very, very shortly. I normally do the next part of this fairly quickly and get to the Friendly Arm Inn as soon as possible so that I can get Khalid and Jahir. I don't keep Khalid and Jahir for forever, for very long really, but they're better than the alternatives we have at the moment. So we're going to stick to the path. We are briefly going to come in here and look at the ambush site and pick up any of the gear that was in there. But the best way to do that is coming down here.
Hello there.
So this guy doesn't really help very much. Well, a busy day for me today indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the woods. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last two I met, though. Well met, stranger. I am called Colsid. I don't know if that's probably terrible. So you, I don't like doing that one where you whine about what happened to you, and that one's a bit whiny as well. You saw two people in the wood. I was told to meet some friends at the Friendly Arm, and perhaps they are the ones who meet me in the same. I doubt these are the ones you seek. They did not seem the friendly type, and are far afield of the inn. If you wish to meet them, I left them not a moment ago, just up the road. You will have to pass them anyway if you wish to go to the Friendly Arm. There is a crossroad to the east, and the inn is north of that. Thank you for your time. I'll be on my way. I don't bother doing that whiny one. He doesn't give you anything anyway. Fare thee well, as they say. Okay, so we get the two weirdos, I guess is the way I normally think of them, up here. Let's just reveal this part of the map over here. I have this, it's not an ACD, it's a foible. Look it up. Foible, F-O-I-B-L-E, I believe it is, something like that. A foible is a little mannerism, a little thing that you always do, and it's not really OCD, because it's not as bad as OCD, but yeah, I like to clear the map, all of the edges of it, you know, so that I can, you can't always do it because there's a big bit of forest over, water over here, but I like to have it as clear out as possible. Just a thing I do. So enemy sighted, our first opponent, a little diseased gibberling. We've both got bows, so this is going to be pathetically easy. Damn it, I should have bought a sling and some bullets for Tsar, or however you pronounce it. So that gibberling is dead, and he doesn't have any gear on him, so we're not going to worry. Now, there is a tree around here somewhere that has some loot in it, so we're going to be careful to keep an eye out for that.
Montaron, you are so aggravating. 'Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
Such a weird accent. Hold, Montaron. This young wayfarer is in need. Someone has set about thee, stranger, and you've barely escaped with your life. Eyes are anything to... looks to have been roughed up quite well. Indeed, I can offer you some healing potions if you wish as a token of goodwill. I'd be grateful for any assistance. Free potions. I'm going to let him join my party anyway. Nothing to fear from these simple potions, and I'll not even hold you in debt, though your conscience knows otherwise. Just like all good people. Perhaps as payment you would go with us to Nashkel. It is a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumours surrounding the local mines. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage, specifically where to lay blame in the matter. You would be useful, though. I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, a man named Berrigan Gastkill, I believe. I believe these guys are Zentarum, something like that. Your conscience be your guide. I would join with you, but I must meet someone first. Perhaps you'll go with me. We've precious little time, but it is best to travel accompanied. I will go with ye. Ye owe us for our time, though. Yeah, so they want to go to Nashkel. I want to just quickly duck up here and get this stuff. You just got to be really careful. Sorry, I'm going to check. Can't remember if he can identify this for me or not. It's a dagger +1. There we go. Cool. So I might as well use that as on my offhand for now. Now, you've got armor already, and you've got a short sword. That's great. Give you a bow and some arrows, and like I said, I stupidly forgot to get a sling. Could go and start all over again, but I'm not going to. These are the sorts of things that I used to restart the game over. Yeah, let's just keep these potions for now. I don't think we will need... sorry about that. Loud motorcycle outside. I don't think we'll need many of these potions at the moment, and quite frankly, I'm not going to keep these guys in my party all that long. So stealing all this stuff from them will not be a big deal. I'm going to really quickly... let's just customize these characters and pick proper scripts for them. So she's going to be thief, ranged attack. The thief will attack any enemies when he sees them within the missile weapon. He's most proficient. He will try to keep his distance. Attacking melee, he will switch to a melee weapon. While not in combat, he will attempt to find traps. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. So that's done. And done. I'll use a script on myself as well, but for that one, fighter ranged attack. Attack an enemy when he sees him with the missile weapon he is most proficient with. Try to keep his distance. Attack him, he will switch to his melee weapon. Yep, that'll do for me. Done. Done. No. And I'm going to customize you the same way. Technically you're a fighter thief, but I don't want you doing any thievery stuff, so I'm just going to do that one. You are going to do nothing at the moment. I don't want you doing spells, and I don't want you going into... will not cast any spells. If he's attacked from a distance, he will reciprocate with missile weapons. If an enemy engages him in melee combat, he will draw his melee weapon and attack. Defensive. No, I'm going to do passive. I'll let him attack with his dagger if someone comes at him, but if I don't do that, he's going to just charge into combat, which we can't have. I know from experience that he does that, and it's annoying. Okay, so I'm also going to not worry about it yet. There are some wolves around here we have to be careful of, so we're just going to carefully creep up here. The wolves are usually up this way, I believe. So we're going to try and stay away from them. We're going to come back later and clear this entire area once we've got a larger party. So we've got some stuff on Gorion's body here. And we've got some stuff here. Let's just bring the party over. I'm just being careful in case I get too close to one of these wolves wherever they are. So that is a short bow as well. We don't know what that belt is yet. Let's work out what it is. Identify. No, you can't identify it straight up. I think it's one of those weird ones that's really not all that useful. I'm not going to bother taking this long sword as my second weapon because that dagger is better. So that'll be that for now. Let's come straight back down here. Now there is somewhere over here there is a tree. Or actually, I think it's down here. I know I wasn't going to do some of this. There's a rock over here somewhere, I think, that has a ring in it. No, maybe not. Yeah, I must be thinking of a different place. Oh well, we'll come back and find it later. But there's a tree just up here that has a gem, I think it is, in the hollow of the tree. And we're going to be wanting to grab that before we leave. I'm not using any guides, any online guides for this game at this point in time. I may later on, just to help refresh my memory about the locations of certain things. And of course, not having played all the way through, there's our little spot right there. And let's talk to this guy. There we go. Sorry, chum, but I can't stop the chat. There's been another caravan raided north of Baragost, and I must report these dire straits to the Grand Dukes. A messenger's work is never done. You actually see a couple of different messages in the game at various points, I believe. At least I remember one or two more. Okay, we're going to do a quick save here. Got to remember the key combinations for this gameplay. Sign keys. Return to game is G. It's a strange thing to do. Miscellaneous. Quick save is Q. Wow. Quick load is L. I better be careful not to hit that. Okay, quick save. There we go. And
Oh there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
okay, so actually I won't spoil it here. We meet this guy several times. That's the only spoiler I'm going to say. You eventually find out who he is. You may already know. Hello there, Wanderer. Stay their course a moment to indulge an old man. It's been nigh on to 10 days since I've seen a soul walking this road, and I've been without decent conversation since. Travelling nowadays appears to be the domain of either the desperate or the deranged, so if thou wouldst pardon my intrusion, may I inquire which pertains to thee? I like to use this first one, not to imply anything, but how do you measure up to your own standards? Pestering strangers about their mental state doesn't seem all that well adjusted to me. Point well taken, and thou hast considered my query most adequately. I shall think of thee as determined instead. I shall trouble thee no more, as thou art more than capable of the task at hand. North is the friendly arm inn, where I am certain thou shalt find trustworthy friends awaiting. I have said too much and taken too much time from thee. Fare thee well. Okay. So, we can't see where we're going here, but we're going to head up to the inn, and then we'll come back and clear the rest of this area later. There's some decent enemies in this area, and it's worthwhile keeping an eye, clearing them out eventually, but they're not needed to be cleared out just yet. So let's just stick to the road. We'll have a couple of gibberlings to kill, but we've all got bows. So why are you charging in like that? Thank you very much. Okay, and we are done. So let's come down here, zip over here. The ring I'm talking about is up here somewhere, the rock, I believe. Where is it? Here it is. And there's quite a nice, I think it's a ring of protection in there. There we go. So we can give that over to Zar. He can't identify it yet. What use are you? We're going to be using that eventually. I'm going to get Monteron to carry some of this stuff so I don't have to carry it all. Right. I could just... The road's right here. Let's just skip. There's nothing down here that's all that interesting, I don't think. Right.
Hello, pal.
Yeah. Lon. If you don't mind, please try to keep your voices down. There be beasties about with better hearing than we. You seem quite at home out here. What's the most dangerous thing you've seen? The most dangerous thing I potentially went after? Stalked an ogre mage for a few days once. Had a party of my own back then. Killed the ogre, lost the party. Not really worth the trade if you ask me. see more dangerous species, but usually over my shoulder as I'm making tracks as fast as I can. No shame in running when your life is on the line. Off with you now, I've meat to catch. He's basically just telling you it's a dangerous area. There is an ogre over this way, but I want to wait until I've got a slightly bigger party for that. So here's the friendly army, and there'll be a little cutscene while we head in. Okay, we're not going to go into the inn. What we're going to do is we're going to circle around this way, and we're going to go pick up one more party member that a lot of people don't get until way later. But when you know where he is, and you know that he's there, it's good to come and get him early. Okay, got a nice little ring here, which we're going to keep for a while. That is... I can't remember exactly what it's called. Wouldn't be surprised if he can sort it out. No, he can't. This is a ring that gives 2 wizards extra spell slots, basically. So we want that for Dynahair later, and then maybe we'll eventually give it to Imoen, because the thing is, I'm going to do what most people recommend, and eventually, when she gets to about level 6, I think it is, I'm going to convert Imoen. Wrong one. We want to look at that. Because she has such a high intelligence, she is great to dual class into a wizard. She's got a good dex there, and so yeah, she becomes a really good wizard, but you're better off waiting until you get a few more levels into her as a thief. You can actually get her open locks and disarm traps, or whatever the skills are that she has. What are they? Skills. Open locks, find traps. You can get those up to almost 100 by level 6 if you just, that's all you pump. I don't find most of these other ones that useful, so I don't bother with them. But if we pump those up later on, we can she can be very good as a thief, but then still be a mage, or as a mage but still be a thief is probably the way to put it. So we're being really careful here, because actually I should shift those 2 around, shouldn't I, really? Put the guy who's a bit beefier, 1 hit point, yeah, a bit beefier in front. Now there's a bunch of hobgoblins up over here around the road, so we have to be careful. We might encounter one if we're not careful here, but the idea is that we don't really want to encounter them yet at all, if we can help it. And we're going to go not east but north from here. So let's just do a quick save, and we're going to head north. I haven't actually saved properly. So if we come up here, and we are very, very, very careful, because there are ant kegs around here which will blitz us at this point. Level 1 characters will be positively killed by these ant kegs, but if we come up here very carefully, we can recruit a Jantis. Now he's a paladin. I'm not a big paladin, sorry, I'm not a big fan of paladins, but he makes a decent fighter. Until you tell us who we are, how should we know? I'm a Jantis, Squire Paladin to Lord Helm. I've come down from the city of Waterdeep to fight against the brigands that make these roads unsafe to travel. What of you? We too want to put an end to the bandit raids. No, we don't. You don't come to this guy after you've been down south, cleaned out the mines down there, and you're now heading north to try and stop all the bandits. In that case, why do we not join forces against these contemptible lawbreakers? Sounds good to us. We're always on the lookout for another sword. Okay. At this point, he's also going to get the spare bow, and I'm going to, because he's actually, whoa, what level is he? 20 hit points already. Is he level 2? He is. We're not even level 2 yet. So he's level 2. We're going to give him a bow, and that's going to be the weapon that he uses. Why is he not switching to that? Because he has no ammunition. There we go. So he's going to use that by default. Eventually, we'll get rid of his chainmail, etc., etc. Let's just, I don't know. Does he have any skills in law? Let's have a look. Skills. Law is 1, 2, 10, 15, 3. Okay, if you can't diagnose things, no one can. Okay, let's pick the entire group, and again we want to walk back here as carefully as we can and get out of here so we don't get attacked by bandits or ankegs, these big bug things. And back to the friendly arm inn. We're gonna, okay, so immediately we've found the hobgoblins, but there's now 5 of us, 4 of us with missile weapons, so I'm gonna select everybody but our mage, and we're all just going to attack straight up. And look at that, he got a couple of steps towards us and he's dead already. Whoop. You get back here. You, and you attack. And look at that, blitz, 1 hit, killed. This is the let's set this to that. This is the way that we do things. Is we just sneak up 1 step at a time on the enemies and reveal as few of them as possible. We've run out of space. I'll put a helm on. It's really not that necessary. And look, let's give some of the lighter stuff to Emmeline to carry, and the gems. Later on we get a couple of different pouches to organise things. I get various members of the party to do that. My friend Gorion, my friend, please forgive the abruptness with which I now write this, blah blah blah. It's basically him reiterating that he should, that's actually a letter from someone going by the name of, starting with E. Yeah, it's him. I need to keep these, so let's just give that to you and give that to you for now. Okay, so we're just going to creep forward along the road here, looking for the hobgoblins and killing them as we find them. Because that's the beauty of the game system here, is that each of the monsters pretty well acts independently. If you've revealed them through the fog of war, they will attack.
If and I'm not allowed to sleep, our next assailants may just live.
Yeah, okay, so we do need to sleep. They need to rest because they've been awake for a long time. He's fatigued now. Yeah.
I'll be much more agreeable with rest.
So let's rest. I don't remember what the key was for that, so we'll just click it instead. Hopefully we don't get ambushed. Rested for 8 hours. There we go, we're doing great. Okay, so let's just quick save on that, and I'm going to... You know what? This is a reasonable place to save, so let's save this... actually, where are we? Map. World map. Friendly Arm Inn. Okay, that's right, I keep forgetting. Save. Playing too many other games. Friendly Arm Inn. Okay, I'm going to stop this stream here, and we'll be back later with more of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Thanks. See ya.